Hey guys, so today we're going to take a look at this guy right here. This is the Audix D-Vice. It's just this simple but kind of cool little mounting system for drum mics, or more specifically for mounting mics on your drums that are not specialty drum mics. So we're going to look at some of the benefits of this, a couple of the minor gripes that I have with it, and I'm going to show you quickly how to actually get this set up. Okay, so let's start off by just talking about in what situation you're going to actually want to use the DVice. You know, there's certain mics that are out there that are like, say, the Sennheiser E604. Bayer Dynamic has this cool little condenser microphone, small diaphragm condenser. They all have these built-in mounting systems for your drums, so it's very easy to get them on your drums. And sometimes those mics are the ideal microphone for what you want to use, but that is not always the case. Myself, I have this Shure SM57. I love this on my snare. It's the best snare mic that I've ever used, even though it's really meant as a vocal mic or sometimes as a guitar cab mic. I also, on my fourth tom on the top, sometimes I use a large diaphragm condenser, an AKG C414. And again, that's meant usually as a vocal mic, not meant for that case. So it's when you want to get these things mounted, you usually have to use an actual mic stand. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of stuff, and even though I have a rack, the floor space still kind of tends to be tight, and trying to get a microphone on those drums can sometimes be difficult. To make matters worse, I actually recently, I got a new kit, and I got an 8-inch tom for the first time, and it's much more difficult now for me to get my snare mic on than it used to be. Okay, so let's get this thing set up real quick. After you take it out of the package, remove the built-in clip. You'll see that the clip actually has two parts. There's a metal part and then the plastic part that is screwed into. Let's separate them. You're going to want to use a large coin. I used a quarter in this case to be able to do it. Once it's unscrewed from that, get the microphone clip that the mic actually came with. Screw the metal piece that you removed into the bottom part of that other clip. When you're done, get the coin again to just make sure it's really, really tight. Now that you have the new combined clip, screw that back into the top of the mounting section, back into the gooseneck. Okay, so now it's time to actually put this thing on your drum. Now, this is the important part to note. See this piece right here? This goes down, okay? So if I grab this, you can see it moves like that. But if you're trying to get this on the drum and you're trying to like operate this with your finger at the same time, it's gonna be a little difficult. So what we're gonna do is, and I'll show you in a second, you're gonna take the bottom part of the rim, and the underside of the rim is going to sit on top of this, okay? So you're gonna kind of get this in underneath the drum. All right, so you go in, get this underneath the drum, and then you're gonna grab the mounting section and you're just gonna pull it up and over, okay? So instead of having to pull this down with your hand, you're basically pulling the rest of the unit away from it. And of course, once this thing is actually on the drum, you can finally go to town with adjusting the position. Since it's a gooseneck design, you can, bend it around in whichever way that you want. The gooseneck is actually adjustable as well. To do that, you'll see there's this wing nut on the side. You got to loosen that up. Then the gooseneck can be rotated at that current height, or you can actually adjust the height, although you have to kind of pop it out and pop it back in. And don't forget, the clip itself can be adjusted. Now, I think what you'll find as something that's going to work best is to get this. You might have to have a little bit more height further up, but you're probably going to want to take the microphone, get the gooseneck, and pull it back away from the clip, especially in the case where you have a long microphone like that. And as you can see here, I got this thing set up nice and easy. It's going to be easy for me to pop this thing on and off whenever I have to move my drums. Now, I did say that I had two gripes about this, and one, if I can separate this again, is this part right here. You can see that there is a very small amount of threading on there. Makes me actually a little nervous how little threading there is, but hopefully that stands up. The other thing is that I was really hoping that the gooseneck itself would be easily slid this way and that, but I can't slide it through. I have to pop it out and put it back in. So I hope you guys found that useful. I am putting out other content all the time, other recording related tips for drums and lessons and cymbal reviews and all sorts of good stuff. So if you don't want to miss out, then don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace.